So if we touch upon, let's say, some of the other components like data availability and sequences. So first talking about data availability. So what do you see? Like, we already have a few major players and still, but there's an option you can use Ethereum, the settlement layer as the DA layer. And then, there are some other concepts which have come in, like, there are based rollups where you use the Ethereum validators or, let's say, Eigen AVS, right? Where you can simply derive the security from Ethereum validators itself. So how do you see the whole DA piece is going to pan out? What are your views on that?
Yeah, so I think that the data availability landscape has been recently expanded from the launch of Avail and EigenDA. Previously, Celestia was effectively the only owner of this market. They owned the entire market. They got quite a bit of a head start. Celestia chose a model with their light clients and fraud proofs that was different from Avail and EigenLayer. Avail uses KZG commitments and EigenLayer uses validity proofs. So these two models took a little bit longer to develop, and this Celestia kind of got a head start. And so I think that generally, like this concept of data availability is going to move towards where Avail is going and where people are rumoring that Celestia is going, which is like ultimately competing with Ethereum. I think that like this idea of data availability being in the same block in this modular stack as consensus is powerful, where data availability is almost the same thing as consensus. Where it's like this last bastion of truth, and you kind of get this weird model where if you're using Celestia or Avail for data availability, the question ends up ultimately becoming, can you just settle there as well and not ultimately settle to Ethereum? Ethereum is the settlement layer, of course, in a lot of these rollups, but I think that the roadmap for Avail and Celestia is both kind of encompassing more of a roadmap of kind of doing multiple parts that Ethereum is currently doing. So I think that's kind of interesting. EigenLayer is a little bit different. EigenDA is an AVS, which is inherits its economic security from restaked Ethereum. So it'd be interesting to see how that plays out. But I think EigenDA will be the DA of choice for all of the AVS chains launching. So I think that they'll have that advantage. And then as well as quite a few of the chains launching before Eigen token launches, which I'm not sure. I'm hearing rumors that is this week or next. I don't know when it is, but I think that there's going to be quite a bit of like traction around Eigen token, and so I think people will want to use Eigen DA for to kind of get into that community. And then I think last but not least, Celestia and then some of the others. I think Celestia will just continue to dominate the mind share of data availability and modularity. So I don't think that they're going to have much of an issue kind of scaling their solution. And I think that there's going to be kind of a commoditization of data availability, and builders are going to look for other things, not just cost. So I think that EigenDA, Avail, Near, Celestia are all within like an order of magnitude in terms of cost with one another, which I don't think is that big of a differential at this point. But I think the more of like developer tooling, experience, marketing, and these types of things will kind of play a more important role.